We're with 40,000 of our closest friends, but many more will be watching from rooftops and balconies and windows all around Lake Union. And hello again, everybody, and welcome. It is that time of year. We have made it another year to the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day and the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Seafair Summer 4th. I'm Steve Ray.
And I'm Monique Minglovan. We are so happy to be here. You said 40,000 people here, about 250,000 around the lake. Pretty amazing. People have been coming out here all day starting at about noon. Hopefully they had some sunblock with them, but I have seen some crispy critters out there.
Well, and you remember just a year ago, you froze sitting
I did.
right here.
I complained.
The year before that, we all sat here in sweltering heat. We've had rain, but today was perfect. And tonight is going to be just as perfect. And part of the reason for that is you know who is here with us. He is on site. I know because I saw Secret Service agents around. Jesse Jones is standing by with the very latest from here at Gasworks Park.
Come on, Steve. But I'll tell you, this is one of my favorite nights of the year. I'm going to give you a little perspective of where we're at and where we'll be all night long. First, that's the VIP section. Won't you come on over here? Go from VIP to where the real peeps are. And then after the party, we're going to head to my boat right over there. Again, 40,000 people here, another 250,000 around the lake. This is one of the best parties in the country, and you have the best seat right there at home. Steve and Monique.
Jesse, that is not okay that is your boat and we have not been on it.
Yeah, we need to talk to you about that.
Absolutely. We'll see you a little bit later, Jesse. Get that boat ready for us.
I'm telling you.
Now, that's a great view from where Jesse is standing and looking out at the water. And, of course, all the people here at Gasworks Park. But maybe the view of the night will be up in the air to be able to look down and see everything. Boats, people, fireworks. That job falls to Rachel Calderon, and she's standing by in Chopper 7. Rachel.
I cannot believe I've been asked to get paid on a day like this. Look at the gorgeous views that we're getting live here from Chopper 7. We are high above Lake Union where the party has begun. And we've been watching as there have been boats that have been crowding into Lake Union. You can see there from the center of your screen the barge that's going to set off those fireworks later on this evening. But yeah, you just gotta give it to the folks who have made their way to Gasworks Park. Look how crowded it is out there. We know 40,000 expected. That's what we're hearing from Gasworks Park. Look at that, just absolutely filled with all the people ready to celebrate the 4th of July. And as we've been mentioning, hundreds of thousands around Lake Union. We know you're also concerned about the roads. I can tell you that WashDOT not reporting anything as far as blocking incidents on I-5, on 405 and I-90, everything looking good on your highways. But we know later this evening that's going to be a very, very different story. And of course, we're going to be showing that to you and keeping you posted. Just remember those exits off of I-5 getting into downtown, those are going to be closed starting at 9:30. They will not reopen until 12:30. So we will certainly show you the pictures from above. They're gorgeous up here. We are 1,500 feet above Seattle. And let me tell you, we can feel the excitement from high above. I'm going to send things back to you.
Okay, Rachel, 9:30. People still have a little bit of time. There's not a whole lot of room behind us here because there has been quite a crowd building. But you have a little bit of time to get down here or, of course, just stay here with us on Cairo 7.
And if you are watching at home and you're thinking, okay, I do want to run down there at the last minute just to see. What Rachel said is really true. They are not going to let you, the police, the authorities are not going to let you stop up by I-5. Way too much of an opportunity for an accident. So you want to stay right here, glued to the TV, because we will bring you every second. You will not miss a thing of these great fireworks. Meantime, what a fabulous day it's been today.
I mean, really, you wouldn't draw it up any better. No. This is absolutely a perfect evening for it. Now let's go to the guy who's going to claim credit for this right now. Okay, Cairo 7 pinpoint meteorologist Morgan Palmer. You take so much grief, Morgan, from November through May. Just soak in the adulation today. Take a bow. Let us know what we're in for.
Well, you know what, tonight, Monique, it's looking beautiful. In fact, if we were to look back toward the Space Needle, that's the direction where any clouds that were to mar this event, perhaps coming in a little bit later on, would come from. There's nothing upstream. In fact, we're going to have crystal clear skies throughout the entire evening. As we look at the Cairo 7 pinpoint storm tracker and the weather map and also the high clouds moving across the area today, well, there were a few of those a little bit earlier, but this evening we don't have a whole lot out there. My pinpoint forecast moving into this evening, it's going to be beautiful. Temperature right now, I just checked at SeaTac Airport, 71 degrees. I expect that to fall into the mid-60s by the time we get to the fireworks show, about 20 minutes after 10 o'clock tonight. But we have so much here on Cairo 7. I'm over here very close to the shore of Lake Union, and there are already so many folks coming into this area, as well as back over toward the Ship Canal Bridge, which, yeah, it's still moving along. Good advice. Just to go ahead and sit back and watch it here on Cairo 7. I'll have an update on the weather as we get a little closer, including the wind, which will be a more important factor for a lot of the folks out here who want to see the fireworks than the temperature outside. That's coming up.
From the barge, and look at this spectacular view. This is called the Puget Sound region. Whenever you want to know what is the Puget Sound region, you're looking at it from Chopper 7 right here, all the way north, and if that camera was able to spin around, you'd see south as far as you could see too. What a beautiful shot tonight.
Gorgeous.
On this Independence Day.
We always just look at pictures like that and think, this is home. That's where we live.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, we're really lucky.
Yeah. No, coming into where we live, 10,000 pounds of fireworks out there on that barge. Can you imagine how nerve-wracking and bone-rattling it is for all of those folks to go out there, set that up for you to enjoy? Well, Cairo 7's Allison Grandy was actually able to get out there onto the barge, brought to you by Greenwood Heating and Air.
A short boat ride and a small climb got us on board the fireworks barge.
So this is a 10-inch shell, and it probably weighs 20, 30 pounds.
Pyrotechnicians are filling mortars with 10,000 pounds of explosive shells.
So basically it goes in there and you drop it. Wait for the thud so you know it's seated.
Creating a show over Lake Union means more options for lead pyrotechnician Tom Bates.
If you look at the barge, there's really not a whole lot of stuff going straight up in the air. Everything's angled to the left or the right, and we try to really fill the sky.
Western Display Fireworks of Canby, Oregon started creating this year's show in April.
I'm not looking up in the sky, I'm looking on the barge deck, making sure everything's going good down here.
How does it feel here? I mean, we hear them explode in the sky. What's it like?
It's loud, especially with these walls. Especially when some of the tins leave, it reverberates in here. It's like you're getting punched in the chest sometimes.
The fireworks show in Seattle will be watched by about 250,000 people on and around Lake Union.
And this, by the way, is one of the most popular fireworks shows in the country.
What's it like knowing 250,000 people will be watching your show tonight? I have it all on your shoulders. What's that like?
I don't really like to think about it. So, no, it's, you just don't want to mess up.
So I asked Tom where he's going to be during tonight's fireworks show. He's going to be right over here. They're going to build a Coast Guard approved hut. He'll be inside with the computer, and he's going to be wearing his motorcycle helmet. In Seattle, Allison Grandy, Cairo 7 News.
Now listen, there is a guy who knows fireworks can be dangerous. He wears a motorcycle helmet. They all have heavy gloves and all that. So folks out there tonight with kids, be ever so careful with those fireworks so that something awful doesn't happen.
Yeah, these are experts. They
yes,
know what they're
capital
doing.
X.
Absolutely, and that's for our enjoyment, your enjoyment. Sit back, enjoy it.
Yeah.
You will in just a few minutes, 36 minutes it looks like right now. Now, coming up next, also one of your favorite things about Seafair. Your favorite attraction, the Blue Angels. We are bringing you 5 minutes of what we are calling the best of the blues as Cairo 7 presents the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Seafair Summer 4th.
You're watching the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Seafair Summer 4th, presented by Ford of Kirkland.
Tonight, we celebrate our country's Declaration of Independence and our city's Declaration of Summer.
Where we all come together and we celebrate what it is to be Seattle.
And the crowds are just in time for the biggest fireworks show around.
Whether you're on the water, or on the banks, or in your condo,
or watching with us, you have the best seat in the house as Cairo 7 presents the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Seafair Summer 4th.
The 2017 Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Seafair Summer 4th is presented by Ford of Kirkland.
And before we get to the fireworks over Lake Union, and a spectacular show it will be, we again bring you breaking news. A brush fire in the Magnolia neighborhood. We understand that it is burning in a yard, has burned up to the deck of a home. We'll continue to watch this from Chopper 7 and get a full report on it from Rachel Calderon in Chopper 7 in just a moment.
We don't know for sure if that was fireworks related, but put them down. Just sit here. We are about to show you one of the best fireworks shows in the country. We're about 20 minutes away until the biggest 4th of July fireworks show in the Northwest. The sun has gone down. The skies are very dark. That is the perfect setting right now, as it's going to get very bright over all those boats in Lake Union. Welcome back to the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Seafair Summer 4th, everybody. I'm Monique Minglavin.
How about that skyline, by the way? I'm Steve Rabel. What a great night it is. However, we do want to get back to that news. Rachel Calderon in Chopper 7. And Rachel, this is something that all the experts say, leave the fireworks to the pros, and this is the result, if in fact this is fireworks.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more on that, Steve. It was at 9:50 that we spotted these flames coming from the Magnolia neighborhood. Let's take you down there. You can see here there's several fire crews here on the scene. This is 24th Avenue at West Halliday Street. And WashDOT is reporting this on its website right now to warn people to take alternate routes. You can see several fire crews. If we can zoom out just a little bit, I can count at least 10 fire trucks here on the scene, possibly more. And in the distance, we can see more fireworks being set off. So, of course, we don't know what caused this fire, but it's a big response here by fire crews. We want everybody to be safe today. And, of course, use those precautions that we've been telling you about. Just leave the big show to the folks, the professionals, because we don't want to see these tragic incidents that can occur on the 4th of July. Of course, we want to keep you posted on the situation. This is 24th Avenue at West Halliday Street. It happened at about 9:50, and it's still very active. That we can see there are several crews already responding to this house fire. We will keep you posted. We did see some people outside of that home. Hopefully everybody's okay. I'll send things back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you very much. We'll keep an eye on that. And again, all fire crews throughout the region are out tonight. This is one of those nights.
Yeah, it's the only downside, really, of this dry, sunny, beautiful day that we have had. Perfect lead up to a professional fireworks show. And Cairo 7 pinpoint meteorologist Morgan Palmer has had his eye on that. Morgan, it really is a beautiful night tonight.
It certainly is. Good news, as the temperatures come down, we're now in the 60s. Humidity starts to come up, the relative humidity. The winds are also coming down a bit, still in the 4 to 10 mile an hour range, which will be enough to move the smoke from the barge that's carrying the 10,000 pounds of fireworks behind me away for a better show here at Gasworks Park on Lake Union. Also fortunate that any fires like Rachel was showing us that are in brush won't move as fast when those winds are down. Temperatures right now, as I mentioned, are in the 60s around Western Washington, 66 at SeaTac Airport, and also 66 at Boeing Field. And we're so close to fireworks, my pinpoint temperature for fireworks time was 65 degrees, and that's exactly what we have going on down here. Everyone is beginning to take their seats. They just cut the lights out here, which means we're not that far away from the fireworks coming up here in just a few minutes. A perfect night here on Lake Union. Back to you.
All right, well, we can still see you, Morgan, even if they've cut the lights. You're beautifully lit. And right in back of you, it is going to be the most beautiful show.
Speaking of special, it is our great honor to welcome here to our little home base.
Yes.
Richard Anderson is the president of Seafair, and I think you've outdone yourself. First of all, you've outdone yourself with the jacket. That's
come
for sure.
on.
But this is, you've been walking, making the tour all around the area here. Is it as exciting as it feels right now, Richard?
There is a great vibe here. It is really, really exciting to be out tonight. The fact that we have Seattle Cancer Care Alliance as our title sponsor solidifies this for a lot of years to come. We're excited about that. The crowd is ecstatic for this fireworks show to start.
And I think they are really just genuinely excited about your outfit there. And I assume that you're going to have to answer to the name Uncle Sam here. But as you've been walking around, you see everybody enjoying themselves. What would you like people at home to know about all of the work that goes into this, all of the people who give their time and their effort?
Well, the real reason so many of us are connected with Seafair is because this is about community. We have a volunteer board of directors, 40 people that totally give their time to guide this, 3,000 volunteers that support the events, a great full-time staff and interns, but it's really about the community, our corporate partners, and all those people that care. I've lived in a lot of different cities in the U.S. in my career. There isn't another Seafair that I'm aware of, and I'm really proud to be a small part of it with this great group of people. The fact that we get to put on events like this that make memories, build a community, and it's affordable fun. People can come for free. What else would you want to do with your career?
You know, throughout the years, Cairo 7, our involvement with Seafair, as we have noted many times tonight, Seattle Cancer Care Alliance. This is really special because of the work they do, from Children's Hospital to Fred Hutch to the UW. Tell us a little bit about how that all works with Seafair.
Well, it really is a natural connection, isn't it? We're a community-minded organization, and they're all about really driving the cure for cancer and the treatment for cancer, and it's just been such an amazing connection, wonderful to work with. So we're really pleased with the connection.
Richard, we are so happy to have you here. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your little party here tonight. You and 400,000 of your friends.
Yeah, thank you, and a big shout out to Morgan for great weather. Thank you.
And he's taking credit for it, too, believe me.
Thanks so much.
And we're going to get the name and address of your tailor there, too,
so
Thanks, we can give him a little bit more business. Now, you're talking about all of the effort of the volunteers in this area. There's so many people that show us what unity is about, and that also includes the people at JBLM. I was able to go out there and really see how two groups in slightly different uniforms come together in a way that nobody else in the country does. So let's take you to Joint Base Lewis McChord with our Cairo 7 Seafair Military Moment. It is presented by the Old Cannery.
The concrete of this arch appears unremarkable, but it bridges the divide between, on one side, the Air Force, the other, the Army. Two branches, two cultures, one mission.
And 17th Field Artillery Brigade and 62nd Air Wing, we're like peanut butter and jelly. We go together.
They got sandwiched together 7 years ago. The origin of Fort Lewis stretches back to 1917, McChord Air Force Base to 1948. But they just became a joint base in 2010.
What's unique here about Joint Base Lewis McChord is we have incredible Army assets and Air Force assets.
They invited us to see their teamwork and training in action.
Do you want to see inside the cab for a second?
With me at the wheel, this looks like a big, incomprehensible toy.
Don't hit the gas.
In the hands of these professional men and women, it is no plaything.
It was coined as a sniper rifle from a distance, so it's not like what building do you want the rocket to hit, it's what room in the building do you want the rocket to hit.
These HIMARS are incredibly powerful mobile machines carrying firepower that can damage from a distance, as shown in this military firing video.
Those rockets can fire about 85 kilometers with pinpoint accuracy, or they can fire a missile 300 kilometers.
But first you have to get these machines where they need to go, and that takes great skill, as we witnessed. Air Force and Army troops have to coordinate together to properly load these 12-ton HIMARS, fly them and the troops wherever they need to go, and then go after enemy targets. The high level of coordination and proficiency is possible because the Army and Air Force can train together like this repeatedly.
So this is very unique, extremely unique.
This is the only place in the country where HIMARS and C-17s are located at the same base.
And we're the only unit that flies on every single continent.
What that means, they are ready to go when they get the call.
Within 4.5 minutes, offload that HIMARS rocket system, launch 6 live rockets 300 kilometers away, load it back up and come back home.
We work really well together, so it's been great to experience.
The experience of serving side by side at the joint base for new training and old trash talk.
In the Army, we like to call them the chair force because they're always sitting down and not really doing too much strenuous things.
We just like to think we're a little smarter, I guess, in the Air Force.
But they know they're on the same team, unified here at JBLM.
And all this joint training, it helps us be better at being able to do that when the nation calls us to do that.
Where unremarkable concrete like this actually becomes a bridge to everywhere.
And we should note all of that cooperation also goes toward humanitarian missions, not just military ones.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Well told. Coming up next, the national anthem, followed by, you guessed it, 20 minutes of the greatest fireworks and music you've ever seen live over Lake Union at Gasworks Park.
And with the KIRO7.com live stream, you can watch Seafair Anywhere, presented by Muckleshoot Casino. Whether it's your tablet, smartphone, or laptop, we are always live streaming Seafair's biggest event, Seafair Anywhere, presented by Muckleshoot Casino, as KIRO7 presents the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Seafair Summer 4th.
You're watching the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Seafair Summer 4th, presented by Hyundai of Kirkland.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the path. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you.
I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
The house was like a tomb. I was hiding in my room as my brother made his way on down the hall. I didn't want to say goodbye, and I was trying to deny there was a war, that he'd got the call. I watched him from my window, walking down the drive. Then I ran down the stairway, through the front door, and I cried, "You come back here," and I let him see my tears. I said, "I'll give you my rookie of DiMaggio. I'll do anything you want, clean your room or wash your car. I'll do anything so long as you don't go." But he said, "This is what brothers are for." Well, I had my heroes, but the one I love the most our pillow fights. But lately I just wonder where you're at. Well, sometimes freedom makes it hard to live, but it takes things from you that you don't want to give. I said, do you come back here? I miss you being near, laughing fish down in the maple grove. Yeah, I'll do anything you want. There must be someone I could call, and just maybe they would let you come back home. But he wrote, this is what brothers are for. I may never have to face the anger of those guns, or lie cold and wounded in my blood, or know the sacrifice and what it must have cost for him to love me that much. Well, it had been 2 years, and I held back my tears when I saw him in that wheelchair on the shore. And as I ran and held him tight, that's when he looked me in the eye. He said, I'm sorry that you have to push me home. And I said, hey, this is what brothers